Fresca.
I gotta close the door, motherfucker.
He's
Welcome to another episode of Top Shelf, the podcast.
What kind of voice is that?
I don't know. Thought I'd try something new this week.
Oh, what up? I'm Destiny. I'm hype right now. I don't know why. As you can tell, my energy is up. We're back.
Hey, that's a good thing. Good thing. I'm B quarter beats on whatever you can find.
Was it B-Bell 84 underscore?
You
On
don't even know.
Instagram. That's what I think. Yeah.
B-Bell tired today. Was kids didn't work too?
Man, I caught my third cold.
Oh shit!
This school year, man. Yeah, I'm feeling way better than what I was feeling, but buddy, I was
Kids
over
got
it.
you.
I was over it. I went to work with my mask on and told my assistant principal, like, y'all gonna have to change up some stuff. And it was with old buddy, who I've been telling y'all about.
Yeah.
You know, he just been, eyes shuffling and he just coughing and sneezing all over the place and want to be all up on me. Professor. Yeah, but I do got a story for y'all though.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
the thing behind this story is people got to quit eating these shade tree chefs meals out of people's kitchen.
Shade tree
Oh,
chefs.
shit.
What is that?
Like, I don't know about you, Des, but I'm pretty sure B, like, it's somebody every week on Facebook back at the crib.
I just looked at somebody before, not to interrupt you, but I just looked at somebody. It was either today. Yeah, that was today. And they like, if I start selling meals, is y'all gonna buy them? I'm like, man, here we go again. Like, why is everybody selling these damn meals?
Like, y'all niggas can't make soap. Something
Yeah.
else. You gotta cook. Like, so, all right, so at my job, let me get some water.
Oh, shit.
So at my job, we have a custodian there. And the other day, she was passing out flyers. She was gonna sell barbecue plates.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't, I'm very particular on eating out of people's kitchens. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at your whole situation whenever you working with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Not taking nothing away from the lady. She's nice, all outdoors, but I wouldn't partake in any breaking bread with her. So the other morning for breakfast, we getting the kids out the cafeteria and she's going through getting the garbage and everything. And then there was a garbage can that just had nothing but a few bananas in it. Just bananas. They wasn't open or anything. She took them motherfuckers out the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could think about was she had banana pudding as one of her desserts on that flyer. So me and one of the cafeteria workers, it's just me and her and the custodian in there. And we looking like, what the fuck? Like, she really just gonna take these bananas out the damn trash can. So, I'm trying to hip a few people I talk to at my job, like, yo, don't get no plate. Don't buy no plate. I'm trying to know what's going on. They like, I can't even get a hot link. No, nigga.
Don't do it.
So, a few days go by, we in lunch. Cafeteria full of kids, staff members around. And this day, they had the Lando Lakes cheese cubes that was that tight seal pack, like air seal.
Yeah.
So kids was throwing those away. She digging in the trash, taking those out, wiping them off, putting them in a grocery bag. Without no care in the world, we just standing there looking at it like, you really doing this? Like, you gonna use that for your mac and cheese this week for them plates you selling?
Yep.
Yeah.
And she looked at us and shrugged and got the huffing and puffing and talking to herself and shit and kept wiping them holes off and putting them in the bag.
So people be buying this food.
Yeah, a few people done bought them. A few people done bought plates. Like a coworker of mine showed me a picture of how a plate came and the shit was wrapped, like the meal was wrapped up like you was getting like a fresh cut of a steak from a damn meat market or something.
Well, at least you got her packaging again.
I don't want my meal packed up like an English roast. The hell, like nigga, no. Not how this works. This is not. And I was just like this when I was watching her do this. I'm like, this is why you just can't buy everybody's food. You don't know where this shit coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's somebody I know that's like doing barbecue catering right now, and they had a picture up on Facebook, and they had great value buns in the display. I'm like, you done threw that all off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't have went to Gordon's. You got a whole box of great value buns next to it. Some people don't care.
Hey, niggas is gonna do whatever to get the biggest profit margin.
Yeah, and
that's what they gonna do.
Man, I don't want to eat no hot dog and the bun tastes like wax. I'm sorry. So, yeah, man, y'all just gotta be careful, man. Eating people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody come up with a Rotel nacho plate and all that shit, man, think twice, man. You can cook that shit yourself, man. But
yeah, they be on Facebook with them plates. Like everybody, they think they made a couple good things that taste good to them at home. Now they selling plates.
Man, boy, they stay at it. And the shit, the presentation be all messed up. Like somebody was selling meatloaf, it was all crumbled up. Like you couldn't slice that motherfucker correctly. Like it was like this a pile of crumbled meat with some mashed potatoes and green beans. I was like, $10. I'm like, man, that shit is not worth $10, man. No way.
Gross.
But yeah, that's my story.
Do I have a story this week? I don't know if I told this story before. This might have been during the hiatus, but there was one day I came home and like my house kind of sits up on a hill and the sidewalk is like runs right in front of my house. And there's like a ledge, basically, like a brick. People be sitting on it. The crackheads be sitting in front of my house all the damn time.
I knew this is where it was going. You said your house sat up on a hill. All I could think about was the junkies be overlooking your shit.
Oh, they be, yeah. And there's an empty lot next to me, and there's like some little steps, right? And that's they spot. It's right on the corner too. So it's constant trash. Fucking they just leave whole bottles of Amsterdam and 40s and shit on the sidewalk.
Oh, shit.
Like literally just right there on the damn curb. But anyway, I came home one day and it was like 3 people and they was just standing in front of my house. And like usually when you come, if you stand in front of somebody's house and they pull up, like you skedaddle, you move on. These motherfuckers didn't give a fuck. They still standing there talking like. So I go in the house or whatever, and apparently while I was gone, one of the ladies claimed that she lived in my house for 7 years.
Man,
and I guess she wasn't happy with the landscaping.
What? Wow, she was in it, or she talking about right now?
Current state of the landscaping, the flower beds and shit. So she was complaining about how the flower beds look. Because she felt like she was like, I lived there for 7 years and I had the yard looking so nice. And now I don't know what they're doing in there. First of all, 7 years, she lived in there for a 7-year span. I don't know if that was 20 years ago. I don't know if it was 2 years ago. I don't fucking know when this lady lived in this motherfucking house or if she even lived in the damn house.
Right.
But she was upset because she felt like whatever flowers she planted however long ago wasn't fucking there no more.
What?
So she was outside. So like I said, I had came in the house. So when I got inside the house, I lock my door. I push my key fob or whatever. I lock my door. This motherfucker gonna say, "Anybody trying to take your damn car?"
See, at that moment, you gotta open up. Y'all get the fuck from in front of my house. Yeah, that's what I would have said, straight up and down.
And I bring this up because the other day, I think like it had to been like 2 days ago. This girl was walking down the street, and it was the daytime, and she was like, "Those flowers are nice." She said something about like my mom planted those flowers or some shit. I'm like, why are y'all so obsessed with my damn yard? Golly, put y'all asses on somewhere. People are crazy.
You and those junkies, man. You and those junkies.
God, that's why I'm out of here next year. Lord.
Ain't it cold up there? Well, you know what? They drinking New Amsterdam. They can stand and withhold any cold, blistering weather. Drinking that nonsense.
They don't give a damn about no damn temperature around this motherfucker. They don't care. As many damn liquor stores it is around here. When I tell you, like, I get up, most times I don't sleep past like 9 in the morning. So I get up, it's always at least one walking. I already know where the hell they going. Straight to the corner to the liquor store every morning. 9 o'clock in the damn morning. Every day.
You know how they do it.
It's crazy.
They do it.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't got no stories. I don't think nothing funny, really. I don't know. I tell you one thing. Well, we'll get into it, but I had to just get off Facebook for the day.
So listen.
Oh, I bet.
Listen. I wish I could get off group chats too, because boy, I tell you.
Yeah. So what we talking about today?
Well, before we get into the bullshit, let's talk about this Babyface album. Have you listened to it yet?
Man, I have not, but I watched him on Breakfast Club.
You said what? You scanned through
it?
Oh. I've only listened to like the first, I don't know, maybe five songs while I was in the car. It's pretty solid. It's definitely not what I, expected from him. He ain't had an album out in forever, but all his features are all his features are female features, and it seemed more like a collaborative album than a Babyface album to me. But I mean, it was cool. I think I gotta give it another spin or two. There's a few songs I think I might run back, but
yeah, I was watching him on Breakfast Club yesterday, and yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool to me. Like, I wouldn't go into it expecting like Babyface about to drop a classic like today. But I think I haven't listened to it, but I expected it to be cool, a cool thing, but nothing too crazy. I'm gonna listen to it though, or skim through it, or check it out.
It's definitely for the youngins.
Okay.
First of all, who the hell made that cover art? Send it back energy. Send it right the fuck back.
Yeah, he got to singing and playing the guitar on Breakfast Club. Like that. Yeah, they actually had his guitar with him, so he got to playing "When Can I See You Again" and the Tevin Campbell "Can We Talk." So that was cool. And one thing I do like is that it does, I guess, educate a younger like audience on who Babyface is.
Yeah. When I put it in the other day, what was that, Saturday? We was out running errands. I put it in. Let me say I put it in. Like, I got a CD and shit.
Yeah, you got a CD.
Yeah, I mean, I pulled this shit up on Spotify. And what I was expecting was being able to bring Babyface World and bringing them together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hear Babyface. I didn't really get that. It was like Destiny said, it's more for the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get making it for the younger crowd, but I thought we was just gonna be able to get a few ballads in there, get some of these females to really sing, because it's a few of those records on there. I don't know about you, there's a few of them motherfuckers all sound the same singing alike. And I was giving it that 15 to 20 second limit. Like, don't catch my ear. I was going to the next record, going to the next one. And I think, just personally, the strongest record on there is the first single. To me.
What's that? Is that the song with LMA?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's the strongest record on there. But, you know, like you said, look at it on the bright side of things. A younger generation will be introduced to Babyface, and hopefully they'll go digging and seeing how much, you know, he's contributed to Black music and everything. So
I think the title was kind of misleading. Like Girls Not Out, it's an R&B album. It's not really a party pregame album. It's a whole bunch of R&B songs with a whole bunch of R&B female artists. So I'm like, the theme is not really.
Shit, look at the artwork.
That shit. No.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it a little more time. You know, we'll see.
God bless him. You know. God bless him.
Yeah, Babyface did that verses. Boy, he like, I gotta get some new music out here.
And that's cool. Like, I was expecting, like, I know Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis came out with a project. What was it, 2021 to 2020? And it had different artists on there, but it was still like, you could tell like it was still Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They, you know, reinventing their sound, and it still sound like them. This, on the other hand, it was like shit. Babyface just went in, what you want, and they did that, and he threw his little vocals on here and there, and that was it. So, yeah, that's all I got.
I'm looking forward to this 21 Savage Drake album on Friday. I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, that does.
How you feel about that, B? Hey, I heard one record off of there.
You did?
I heard one, and yeah, I said, "Oh, Drake, he trying to rap now. He got to make up for
for the last
attempt." But yeah, I mean, it was like a record of him just like straight. 21 Savage wasn't even on the song, but I guess supposedly this is supposed to be like the outro, I guess. Okay. But it's just him just like straight rapping for 4-5 minutes. So I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll, from the looks of it, we'll get the Drake that people was looking for originally. And we'll see. We'll see what the temperature will be like. I'll be in Atlanta on Friday. So should be interesting.
I still personally think he needs to just fade away for a minute. Like real shit. Like
build the anticipation back up.
Yeah, build the anticipation. Like you don't give your fans any chance to be like, damn, we need Aubrey. We need a bar from Aubrey or something. Mm-hmm. It's like every time you go wipe your ass off, you get off the toilet, here he come. With another record on somebody's shit or another project. It's just like, God damn.
I wonder, do he feel like he had to do this because of the backlash he faced with the last project, though? Like, if he didn't do that last project, would he feel the need to, you know what I'm saying, do something like this? I don't know.
But, you know, and it's like, if that's the reason, it still isn't a solo effort.
Yeah, you know right.
Like, it's like, okay, you got 21 Savage, you doing a collab project. I mean, 21 is going to be 21.
Yeah.
You know, and he ain't going to venture off and do what he did or whatever. But it's like, dog, you still, you know, still waiting on what's next. Or just leave for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I want from him. Like, I'm content with Drake. It's going to be Drake. But give people some time to miss you.
I also want to say shout out to my best friend and her husband. They had a gender reveal. They are expecting a boy.
Yeah, we seen that.
Yeah, we seen that. I'm like, Destiny be at a gender reveal, a
Baby
wedding, or
showers.
something
Listen,
regularly.
that's the stage of my life that I'm in. Everybody getting married and having babies. Clearly,
Yeah.
I definitely went. The gender reveal was Saturday, and then I went to a baby shower on Sunday.
Fuck them gender reveals. Just another reason to eat ham rolls twice. You gonna have ham rolls at the gender reveal and the baby shower. Like,
shut up.
Not taking nothing away from your friend or her husband. It's great. They creating somebody. It's a blessing.
They creating somebody.
For all the theatrical shit, motherfuckers be boxing and they got coming out of old ass 88 Regals and all that, man. I be like, dog, like, what just happened to taking a damn picture and being like, hey, we expecting this shit, you know?
Yeah, man. It seemed like everything, and not saying this to them, but since social media, like it seemed like everything has like amplified. Like even like when I look at like the kids like homecoming.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, when I look at like the home, I'd be like, man, what the hell they gonna do for prom?
Exactly.
It's word. It's just like that for prom. Like last prom season, it's a thing on TikTok. Like this lady like reviews prom looks or whatever, but it's like dead ass.
Yeah, I'm like, I seen my fucking in a Rolls Royce. I'm like, for homecoming.
Homecoming. You was
and I'm like, hey, what's funny is I hope the person don't watch this, whoever it was. I don't even remember who it was. But it's a Rolls Royce, but it's a Rolls Royce in the hood. So it's like it kind of defeats the purpose of the Rolls Royce.
Right.
You know, like it just didn't match up.
Yeah,
it was just like, hey, it don't look like you should be in the Rolls Royce, but you know, y'all do what y'all do. But hey,
boy, that should be killing me because it's just like, especially like even asking for them to go to homecoming.
Oh yeah,
the and all that. I'm like, I just remember we used to just scope out and like, man, so who you gonna ask?
Yeah, man, it might be a little late night conversation or whatever. Like, hey, you wanna go. It's just a regular thing. It's a whole, like I said, it's for social media. So now you got to have something to take pictures of and post every like step of the way.
You got to have a whole ass budget to ask somebody you want to go.
Man, yeah, your parents got to put up some money for you to ask, for you to go. But I mean, they going all in for these homecomings, and I mean they doing it bigger than shit. A lot of grown people.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, we saved all that shit for prom. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And shit, on my prom day, my limo stopped on me, nigga. Like, so it was all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a day? You talking about a motherfucking day, nigga? Fresh Corvette, nigga, just stuck in the middle of Civic Hood, man.
Oh no!
Motherfucking limo driver turned to us and said, "Are we safe here, nigga? No." True story. Like,
hey, so what happened though? How did y'all end up getting back going?
Man, so we had to call, like, you know what I'm saying? We had to get on the horn and have somebody come pick us up. So we went back to my crib, man, and people were just trying to gather up and figure out what was the next plan. Like, actually, my homegirl I went to high school with, she was going to prom with a guy I went to elementary with. It was like, you can get in with us. I couldn't leave my niggas. I'm like, no, if they stranded, I'm stranded.
Yeah.
So, man, ended up in my auntie's Explorer, man. It was about 6 of us in that motherfucker pulled up, nigga. She got Art Kelly Step in the Name of Love playing that motherfucker. I'll never forget. I got out that goddamn Explorer so goddamn mad. Man, I was pissed, boy, because I'm thinking like we about to pull up in this stretch Corvette. We got the locks playing. If you didn't think we was gonna make it, fuck you. Like we was. I got about $1,000 in my pocket. Don't ask me why. But boy, that motherfucker broke down like a motherfucking deep freezer. That's how that motherfucker exactly sound like when you unplug a deep freezer. Like, wrong. Hey guys, the engine stopped. This limo's not going anywhere.
Damn.
Boy, I damn near had a conniption just in the damn limo. So yeah.
What else we got here, Destiny? Before we,
I don't have no. Well, I do have a. Since we talking about prom, my senior prom in high school, I had this thing. I don't know why, but I was into dating dope boys at the time. Don't ask.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one.
You was hanging out when they was cooking up. All right. You
Literally
got hot and bothered when you saw.
Oh God. Oh God. So I was dating this guy senior year, and he didn't go to my school. I'm sure he probably wasn't even in school. But he didn't want to go to prom with me. That was not an interest of his. So I ended up going to prom with like one of my real good guy friends or whatever. And I left prom early because the plan was for me and my boyfriend to meet up, and he never showed up because he got caught up in a dice game. So fun story about my senior prom, huh?
Was he winning or losing? Do you remember?
I don't even think I asked, honestly.
I understand.
I had a bottle of Grey Goose and everything. I was ready, and I was disappointed because he did not show up.
Oh. You said you was ready.
I was hot and ready. Didn't happen.
Boy.
So anyway, neither here nor there at this point. Let's just get into it. I saw a meme today that said, "I can't wait till TJ Maxx and Marshall start selling Yeezys."
Man, I had 4 people text me today and was like, "You think they're gonna go up?" I already knew what they was talking about.
Yes.
Yes. Sit on them. You know what I'm saying? And then I believe it's another shoe that's supposed to be coming out soon. Another colorway. I don't know which one because I don't buy them. But do you know
that
how
Beluga was supposed to?
Which one?
That Beluga was supposed to come out, but they said they're stopping all of that immediately, effective immediately. Wow. See? That shit ain't coming out.
Yeah, so I told him, I said,
he lost so many deals today, bruh. Now all the athletes is pulling out from Donda Sports.
Yeah.
What's the name? Foot Locker done took all the Yeezys off the shelf today.
Damn.
Yeah, old dude said, I forgot who it was, said he wasn't leaving. I forgot who it was though.
Who, Jalen?
I think that's who it was.
No, he just re-released the statement and said, actually.
Oh, he got 4, but I feel like he probably got forced. So like shit.
Oh, for sure. His fucking agent was probably like, "Nigga, are you stupid? We're leaving."
But all in all, I mean, really, I'm not surprised. It's like, really, I thought this is what he was asking for. Really, like, in the grand scheme of things, this what the fuck he was asking for.
He want to be on an island. His ass on the motherfucking island now. Definitely on a damn island now.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, apparently Young Thug has offered his 100 acres of land in Georgia for Yeezy to open up his stores. Yeah, assuming that Yeezy wants to have stores.
Yeah, he's still going at the store thing too. Mm-hmm. Or they said he's supposed to be building I've seen these things pop up saying that he submitted or they submitted whatever, some fucking forms that create a city.
Yeah, I saw that. The ecosystem.
Ecosystem. I don't know.
It's giving cult. Once again, it's giving cult. I just feel like
Hey, valuable points though. When that nigga talk all the black shit, don't shit happen.
mhm.
As soon as he start talking that other shit, I'm telling you, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not co-signing all the shit that said. However, it's some shit in there for
Yeah.
sure.
Of
Like that's
course.
some whole other shit. I feel like because once he started doing that, everything, everything getting shut down.
Yeah.
So I feel like he knows something.
And my thing is that was upsetting to hear him say that shit. You know what I'm saying? But what was more upsetting was the George Floyd shit. Him telling us that being a white man in this world was a hard thing. You know, it was hard to be. You know what I'm saying? Like him being able to use that black card like as if that motherfucker was a bridge card or something. You know what I'm saying? Like for his convenience. You know, you want to throw out you got these black babies, but look at all this other shit that you're spewing out. That's what you know what I'm saying? Like it's terrible what he said about the Jews, but I'm worried about us first and foremost.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, say he just said that, right? Never said the other shit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shit have happened to him?
You're right.
Shit. So I'm just looking at that aspect, like, damn, that like that part of it to me is like crazy because he didn't said, you know, whatever previously or
But that
whatever. Ain't
I
shit happened.
agree. I agree. Like it's blaringly obvious that when you disrespect black people, nothing happens. But I also feel like it it goes to show how much power we don't have. One, two, that we need to start working on changing that. Like,
But
at the end of the day, like Diddy has his own platform. He has Revolt. He had the choice to take his shit down. Like we have some platforms, but we don't own majority of the platforms. We know
but
that.
at the end of the day, even something like a revolt,
Mm-hmm.
Diddy still got people he got answered to still at the end of the day. So I feel like
But Diddy is in a
we
position to make a decision.
to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
To a certain extent, he can make a decision. But it's still people that's like, hey, nigga, nah, like if you do
And
that,
I also
we
want to
not
point
fucking
out
with
that
you.
I feel like there wasn't there wasn't enough outrage by what Kanye said. So we can't be mad that nothing happened when he was talking about black people because you niggas didn't give a fuck. Y'all was all he was still getting the support of the unanimous culture. It was still, oh, well, he didn't mean it like that, or he ain't lying, or like we still supported him when he said those things. So because he's saying shit about Jewish people, they're in control of that. So they can do what the fuck they want to do. But for us, we have to make enough noise to make them make some changes up at the top.
Yeah.
Just like when George Floyd died. Like there was enough outrage to cause some shit to cause some walls to fall down. There wasn't enough outrage from us as black people, the constituents of these businesses or these corporations that make their money off of us. We didn't go to them and say you need to stop supporting Kanye.
Yeah.
That happened because he said what he said about their own people. They proved a point from their own standpoint because it's a community that they're a part of. But when it comes to us, because we don't sit up in those stands, we have to say, well, we're not going to support you because he's talking about us as a community.
Yeah.
We didn't say that. So how do you expect any change to happen when we aren't? Why would it change because he talking about black people? We don't seem that mad about it.
But isn't this the point? I mean, again, isn't this kind of I mean, I see what you're saying, but isn't this what he's basically his point or what he's trying to say is
I
that
feel
we
like he's
don't have no power.
I don't feel like we don't have no power. We don't use our power.
Yeah.
We don't use our power. We have power, and we've
No, I
seen
get
what our
what you.
voices
I
can
get.
do, but we don't use our power where it means something. We don't
We
use it.
don't stick together enough to have no
No,
damn
that's what I'm
power.
saying.
What
But
he's saying is the people, like, and I get what you're saying. Yeah, if we all got together, yeah, we create this power, right? But the people that are in position, like, to be like, hey, nope, this ain't happening, this ain't happening. We don't hold those seats.
right,
And those people, I mean,
they don't
and
look
then
like
when they
us.
stick together, it's a whole nother, it's a whole
Right.
nother situation.
I agree with that, but on the same token, you have to think about what does the landscape look like today. Like, yes, we need to be trying to get in those seats and get in those boardrooms and own those companies. But that shit takes time and it takes effort. That's a separate initiative. We also have to use the power that we have as people who aren't going to be in those boardrooms. As the consumer, as the people who are making the money for these companies, we have a voice.
Yeah.
And we don't use that voice. So
Yeah, we
yeah,
don't stick
it's easy to
together
say,
for shit.
it's
We don't.
easy to say, well, the white man did this, the white man did that. The white man give a fuck about money at the end of the day. And if we index the highest on everything across the board consumer wise.
Yeah.
So if we use our collective power to prove a point or voice our opinion or whatever, things will change in our favor. But I just feel like we sit around and we joke and we ha ha and oh, he ain't serious, or oh, he's just having an episode, and nothing's happening on our behalf. But because shit happens on their behalf, it's a problem. It's not their fault that they already sit up there, and if you say something about my community, I'm gonna shut you down. Because if we was in that position, we'd be doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
If the
Also,
tables were turned and we were owners of all of these corporations and a motherfucker came at black people crazy, if we had that power, we would fucking use it. So don't be mad at the Jews because they got that power and they using what the fuck they got. Who fault is that?
I don't know. Also,
Who fault is it? I mean,
we aren't like like it ain't just like black. Well, you talking about supporting him or whatever. It's not that support ain't all black at
no,
all.
no.
So it's the biggest consumer I can guarantee of Yeezy shoes, Yeezy whatever, ain't us. It's the motherfucking hype beast white kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's the motherfucking biggest consumer. That nigga, they put out a top 100 list of artists like streams this year. This nigga Kanye is still in the top 10,
Mm-hmm.
like, of all these new artists. He in the top 10 streaming artists of this year. I don't think he ain't even put out no music this year. So them numbers and all of that shit ain't coming from us. I mean, it's a portion of it is, but majority of it, you know what I'm saying, isn't. Like, that's all. That's
When I say us, I mean the culture itself, not
yeah.
necessarily a black person versus a white person, but people who are a part of the culture who, like, basically the black and brown people and then the white people who support us.
Shit, the
Essentially.
tastemakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to it, like B said, yeah, you have you got the white kids that's gonna support them, but remember who they gonna follow first in regards to where the trend goes. We start the trend. It all starts with us. You know what I'm saying? From the consuming to what's cool and what's not. They the ones that fall in line with it. We the ones that make it hot. So so for that, for these things to happen, like B said, and we all got to come together as one. Just the same as we had this outcry when we watched George Floyd die in that video. It has to be when these things are being said, It all has to come together. It can't be no, oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he ain't really have his knee on his neck like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all this division going on because people want to be able to think outside the box when it's shit that's just blatantly right there in front of you. Like, how can you be able to make right of what's being seen of a man dying on camera? You know? So we have to use our voice. It has to become stronger, because if it doesn't, it's going to be more people that's going to come out and say even more evil shit. You know what I'm saying? And people going to think it's okay, and then they're going to try to justify it because of the fact of the influence this person may have. You know, like, that shit he said about us, that shit is right there up in the ranking with some of the shit Trump has said, you know, during his time in office, or even just period, in regards of his run, you know what I'm saying, being out of the office, and how people justify the shit. So what do we do now in regards of knowing, like, how this was handled when he said these things about us compared to when he said the shit about Jews?
I don't know. I seen a video today of I don't know if y'all seen it, of Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
Talking about Run DMC and them, how they did when they did the shell toes, and Adidas gave them like basically like a small percentage, and Adidas was on the brinks of bankruptcy at the time, and they gave them a small percentage, and basically saying like, hey, they did the same, not they did the same thing as him, but they went and made their own shoe that apparently did well to some degree or whatever. So to his point, and this is what I'm interested to see moving forward, and by any means, I'm not no expert, don't claim to be one. This is just some shit I'm fucking thinking. So yeah, don't take it, whatever. But I'm interested in seeing where he goes from here, because if the whole thing is about being independent, then they gave him that much. Like, nigga, you can go free to go do your whole just own fucking thing. I don't care nothing about that whole like, oh, you ain't a billionaire no more shit, like duh, or whatever. That's neither here nor there. But I'm interested in seeing what the next moves or what the plan actually is, because I can't fathom that he like just like at the crib disappointed in this shit, because he already knew what was at risk, what was to come. Like, he already knew that shit, and I know he already got a plan. He had to. But I'm interested in seeing where it goes from here, and that will, I mean, after the smoke clear, I feel like we'll have a better picture of like the outrage. George Floyd shit, I ain't got nothing for that. I'm just discussing strictly business here. Like, what's the end goal with the business?
So this is what I was thinking about today in regards of Adidas releasing him. I've never had a pair of Yeezys, but from what everybody tells me, it's a very comfortable shoe. Am I correct? All right. So you know the technology, that boost technology, is what makes that shoe comfortable. So it's like, where do you go from there in regards of being able to create a product that's just as good as the product that you have with Adidas? That's where I'm intrigued to be able to see, can he be able to top that? You know what I'm saying? Like, really be able to take that same quality that he had over there and create it in his own infrastructure.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. Like, a lot of the reason why you partner with like a Nike or you partner with Adidas is because, yeah, they have that, they have that infrastructure, you know what I'm saying, already. So it's just like, if you a motherfucking mom and pop store versus this fucking whole chain food store, like the chain food place, they cost is cheaper on fucking everything. So they able to, you know what I'm saying, keep prices a little bit lower. But if you got like a standalone, whatever the fuck it is that you have, your prices are higher because your shit, I mean, you not a fucking chain like that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see, like what that shift is like. Shit, if some, I don't know. I hope he can figure something or he got something figured out. But yeah, it just seemed like, nigga, that's a whole system that's already running, and that's why it's easier to just partner with it. But yeah,
y'all know they own all the designs, right? Not to cut you off.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I seen that much, and I'm like, okay, they'll create some new designs, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, just like the whole Nike thing was.
But yeah, those are staples. You know what I'm saying? Like he was his own ecosystem within Adidas. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. That's a lot of you got a lot of classic shit that's not coming with you.
I also seen that Adidas stock has been like plummeting.
Yeah.
After that shit. So I mean, and it's valid points to me anyway, is that if Yeezy was 60 some whatever it was percent of their fucking online sales, like that's a fucking lot. And I mean, granted, they gonna fucking, some people gonna look for whether they do some duplicates or they whatever else. Like he helped people look at Adidas differently, and people will buy some other fucking Adidas shit. But at the same time, like that's a huge stake in their shit.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they go with this because bringing Kanye in, they was able to bring Pharrell and all these other pop stars and musicians, and they was able to put their own footwear out. But now it's like they wasn't even selling as much as Kanye. So what do you do about your other divisions that's not really selling shit? It's not as if they got a football division or basketball or whatever. So like you said, that's 66% of, and that's just lifestyle, and your athlete shit really ain't doing too well. This is just the tip of the iceberg for them.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see for sure. Like that's what I'm more interested in seeing, like what the fuck is about to happen now.
I think Kanye is about to get a real lesson in business as far as like retail. Because like he fell out with Gap about the fact that he wanted his shirts to be or his clothes to be like $10, $20 or whatever the case is.
He fell out with them because of they duplicated the shit. They duplicated the
well, that was one of the points that he made was he wanted his stuff to be cheaper and they wasn't going for it, right? So now that he's going to be able to do what he wants to do, he's gonna have to wrestle with, okay, this is what I want, but does it make sense? Is it feasible? Can I mass produce this to the millions of people who are gonna want this product and charge $10? Is that why Gap was like, no, that's not possible? Or did they not do it because they were just money hungry? Like, this is really gonna be like a defining moment for him as a businessman, because when you think about fashion and retail, all the things that he's done has been through the channels of these larger corporations, and now he doesn't have that support and he doesn't have those channels, and he's basically blackballed himself. So he's gonna have to, like, I don't know what the fuck he's gonna have like these products, the shoes and the clothes and all that shit, and that shit is going to be astronomically priced and priced to the point where the people that he's serving, his audience, is not going to be his core audience anymore, because nobody's going to be able to afford the shit. Like, it's going to be bots out the motherfucking wazoo. It's going to be like unattainable. So then he's going to have to deal with, okay, now I've turned the Yeezy brand into something that's not attainable to the people that I'm supposedly catering to or talking to, or, my people. My brand is not going to be attainable to my people anymore. Yeah. So that's like a whole nother thing that I don't know if he's actually thought through strategically. because he's putting
this man didn't thought about that much.
I don't
Like
think
that's like step
I don't
one.
think he's thought that far because at the
Like,
end
how
of
is
the
we
day,
gonna manufacture this shit?
no, not how are we going to manufacture it.
No,
How
I'm
are we
saying
going to
like
keep the
not
price
just
point
like
at a point where
yeah.
my constituents can still purchase it? Because if you think about it, like the things that he's doing is not just affecting Yeezy, it's affecting every other brand and every other business venture that he has. People pulling out Adidas Sports. Okay, well now I gotta fucking deal with that. Motherfuckers is about to start pulling out that damn cult ass school of his too. When motherfuckers find out that shit's 15,000, it's not accredited, and this and this and that. If I was a parent, even if I had the money to send my child to that school for 15,000, I don't trust him as a human. I don't trust him as a person at this point. So I'm not sending my kid to that school. So it's like one thing is going to affect all of your brands. So do you have a plan in place for all of these things to make sure that they stay where they are or they elevate? And I don't think that he's done that. I think that he's been so tunnel vision and about the fashion and doing it his own way and I don't fault him for wanting to own his masters, basically. I don't fault him for wanting to have full and complete and total ownership of that. But I also feel like, what independent brand, artist, whatever, do you know that has zero partnerships with nobody else that is successful? There are none, because it's not possible. You have to realize that success takes collaboration and partnership, because you are not going to be able to provide every single piece of that fucking puzzle. You're not going to, it's not possible.
But I don't think, like, when we speak of independence, right? I don't think like he means, I don't think the thing is like, oh, we're gonna make all this shit like ourselves. It's like there'll still be like partnerships and shit that are in place to produce, you know what I'm saying, certain elements or whatever the case is, but you take full fucking ownership of the shit. So yeah, you can source this shit out or third party this, third party that, but there's not a partnership where we busting this shit down 50-50. So you can still do that. And that's why I say it's gonna be interesting to fucking see, you know what I'm saying, what the plan is. And I'm sure you had to, well, at least I would hope that you have thought at least that much through before you go through and be like, okay. But the thing with Gap though is that he was trying to get the shirts for $20. Mm-hmm. They took his same design and sold it for $20, mm-hmm. but wouldn't make it his $20 because it's him, and they know they can get, because we saying this is Yeezy Gap, people gonna pay whatever the price is. But if you just slap, oh, this is just a regular Gap shirt, then people not gonna pay that same price. So that was the beef with Gap, and he like, nah, I want the Yeezy shit to be $20.
Well, if the Yeezy shit is $20 and a million people come on because it's Yeezy to buy it, I can't sell this shit for $20. It's like a supply and demand thing. You can't put a price. There's a certain point where the price point doesn't align with the number of units that you have to produce. So
yeah, but you can't duplicate the same shit then sell it for 20,
because the demand is not the same.
No, you can't. Like, if we you can make some other shit and sell that for 20.
But I'm saying the $20 price point made more sense on a regular Gap shirt because
but they still took the design. If you can't, like, it's ethics now. Shit, like that ain't even ethical. If we in a partnership, don't steal from me to go create your own shit. Like, just create your own shit, and then you sell that for whatever price you want to.
I feel that.
Yeah, so that's it. Like, you can't do that.
But see, another issue is going to be he wants to be able to make high-end clothing and want it affordable. So you got to throw that into the conversation too, like being able to go to these vendors and something that, that video that you was about Russell Simmons, like Russell Simmons brought up when they started making their own shoes the relationships that they had to create with these people, which were Jews.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, the Jews didn't own the shoe, but they produced it for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like he's going to have to hit the ground running. He's going to have to be that face. He's going to have to really be able to like go and repair some of the shit he said, because there's no way of getting around not being able to work with people, especially, you know, saying the things that you've said.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
So that would be my thing, because it's gonna be tough, and especially like knowing like he wants people in high end clothing that that's affordable, which I'm all for. But like, you know, Des said, you got cost and demand, and you start throwing all these economic story problems into play. It's gonna be a headache trying to make this shit make sense, and everybody being able to walk away with a piece of the pie and be happy.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, 110%. Like I said, I don't know how he gonna make sense of it. I mean, I hope they thought this through, but yeah, I don't know.
We gonna see. This is a case study for your ass. I'm telling you. Whatever school, business, college, entrepreneur, major, professor, goddamn doctoral. Listen, this is a case study for your ass. Okay.
Oh, this is definitely gonna be in a college course somewhere. Somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's enough of Kanye. Get my blood pressure up. Are we ready for the playlist? Because I ain't.
I'm searching right now. I know you ready.
Why do we do this every week?
I got my 3. I'll go first.
It's sickening, I know.
Well, since last week, was it last week or this weekend, B? It was a 10th anniversary of Good Kid, Maad City.
Oh yeah, it was just this last Saturday. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Speaking of which, I don't know because I did watch the live show, and I wish I had got a chance to see that motherfucker in person.
Told you,
because even watching it on Amazon, like I'm gonna go back and watch the shit again. But even watching the shit on there, I was like, man, like the concert was crazy. Like it was crazy, and they did a good job of filming it too. Sometimes them lives be like, it don't give you the same effect really, but they did a really, really good job. A good job with that show, and he put on a hell of a show, like top to bottom, like hell of a show. Like it was just like intriguing. It was almost like if you watching a show or a movie and you just kind of waiting on like to see what's next, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. Like that's how it was, like start to finish. Like you ain't know what song was gonna come. I mean, the dancers and all of that shit, like it was just very entertaining, like for sure.
Shit was dope. I wouldn't mind going to see him again. I didn't watch the concert, but I know I seen clips. Now it was stuff he definitely saved for this show that he didn't do in, here in America or shit in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely for the Amazon show. So like I said, it's been 10 years since Good Kid, Maad City came out, and I took a record from there. So I took the first record, Sherang, aka Master Splinter daughter. My next record is NFT by Overlord Scooch. They got a project coming out, I believe, Friday. And Do Better by Ab-Soul. So Ab-Soul is finally coming out. Put a record out the other day that's pretty dope. It's not even pretty dope. This shit is damn good. It's probably one of the best records I've heard from Ab-Soul in a minute. So
you like the Moon Shooter record?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he put that one out first. It came out last month.
You know what? I might have heard it, and I just didn't go back to it. Because I want to say it was another record he came out before this.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's on my in my 3.
Okay.
So I go, yeah. So Ab-Soul, Moon Shooter, which is the one of the first records he put out. I ain't gonna lie, I had that on repeat for a minute. So I'm excited about Ab-Soul project. I haven't even listened to this the new record, but
I think he got a video for it too. I don't know. That might have been you know how Spotify got that user experience in regards to the video playing through the player. So
yeah, so Ab-Soul, Moon Shooter, Hit Boy and Currency, Tony Fontana 3.
How does that sound?
I like it. I don't know, man. I be liking a lot of just Hit Boy, like his own records.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think hearing him and Currency supposedly got a project together, right?
Yeah, I believe so. They've been working.
Okay.
Currency got some shit I believe that's about to come out because
him and Jermaine Dupri still. I seen Jermaine Dupri tweet that he just got a 2 Chainz verse about the 2 Chainz verse he just got back from him for the Currency project.
I forgot about that shit.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so yeah, he got a slew of shit. But I was about to say, man, Currency sound good over Hit Boy beats. Like I feel like Hit Boy know how to make them like just them smooth ass beats that Currency like.
Shit, it's coming to a point. Hit Boy can do anything.
Anything. This motherfucker can produce anything. Like, and that's what I was trying to tell people a long time ago. Like, that's why I like him, because I'm like, nah, this nigga can do anything. But that's what the reason why he started putting his tag on beats too, because a lot of his shit do not sound the same. So you won't know like it's a Hit Boy beat or whatever, but he started putting the tag on them so people know like it's a Hit Boy record. The last one I chose was this Smino record, Matinee. And it ain't that crazy to me, but it's just something I played over the last couple days. Destiny, you got your 3?
I do.
All right.
All right. So we got Ken the Man, Not My Nigga. I heard it on a playlist the other day and I liked it.
Not My Nigga.
Yes, by Ken the Man. Wale, Name Bell Ring. I don't know. It's been on a playlist of mine as well recently. And then Eric Bellinger dropped a new song on Friday called Obsession.
You did. I seen that.
There you know Eric Bellinger. That's my boo. I love Eric. So
another hit maker produced.
We need to have him on the show, B. Let's make it happen.
Eric Bellinger?
Yes.
It might be possible.
Let's do it. All right. Well, I think that's all we got this week.
Yeah, make sure y'all get the playlist. It's on Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube or Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever, Behind the Scenes Network, whatever.
As always.
And it's wait, is it the launch until next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Official launch coming. Yay.
Yo, and also before we go, we had some comments. I think it was episode 48. The audio wasn't too great, so I want to apologize for that.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we working on some kinks here. Hey,
I gotta get a mic.
We could be technically episode 50. Yeah, we need a special 50th episode. I don't know what that entails.
50th episode.
All right, at least we can commit to everybody have a drink next week. We can toast to 50.
Yes, let's do it.
Actually, I should be able to have a drink next week. I'll just be having to think like, okay, well, that's Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
okay, y'all. Well, next week.
All right,
Bye.